stuff they're doing.
Like everything's going to continue to
Yeah.
help.
Well, they're still helping in Newton Heath because people thought they were left out there and they
Yeah.
haven't, have they? So this is the wetlands, as Pete informs me, called Broaders Wetlands. We used to just call it the bog, but there you go,
Yeah.
it's pretty similar. And there is a little pond in there now. It's
The only problem with the pond, it only fills, you know, when it's heavy rain.
I've noticed that, but they're doing something about it, aren't they?
Yeah, they're putting a plug
Dried
in it.
out. They'll have to. I noticed the other week. I took the grandkids for a walk down there, and there was no water in it. And they're like, "Well, Grandad, why are you saying it's a pond?"
Hey, I'll tell you something. There's something very strange happens in here. Anytime I walk the dog through it, she panics. You've got to drag her through this area.
You can probably send some Noahs.
Yeah, definitely something, especially with her having a badge on her collar.
I think Bob Hill might have had a pee down there or something. You can't say that. I keep forgetting I'm going to put this on a phone.
Oh.
There's a Wamping Willow tree. So we come right down there from back there. So it's not a great deal of space, even though it's going to have a nice great deal of stuff put in it.
I
Well,
would
this
imagine
is,
as well, when it's all finished, when it's all fenced or whatever they're going to do, and it's all done nicely. And
It's just tidier because, as you can see, it's always been like this. It's not been tidy, has it?
No.
It's
like we were saying, it was the field that nobody wanted to
well,
use.
this behind the back. I mean, people obviously have realised valuable space now, and there's nice garages, and they've done it up. But as a child, and even when my kids were young, I can remember all this just being neglected at the back.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't even get through the entryway, could you?
Well, I always remember a bit further
Well, that
down
looks
there.
more like a cattle grid, doesn't it, than
Yeah.
an entrance to this beauty spot.
Well, just down where we were saying at the back there, when we were kids, we found a child's coffin, you know, in there with 4 kittens in it. No kids in it, luckily, but like somebody had put them in and shoved it in
In
the
a coffin,
garage
a
down
proper
there.
coffin?
Yeah, proper coffin, yeah.
You wouldn't do that now, it'd be a waste of a coffin, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah, too expensive
Yeah.
now, aren't they?
So that's it there, really, isn't it? That's the full amount of it.
And if you look, just
So
ahead
we're not
where,
losing much at all, really.
No.
Well, we're not losing anything.
well,
I'm
I've
concerned,
got a
but
dog
I mean,
buried under here as well.
I think we've got a couple of rabbits in here somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people got the old 30
Yeah, so it's not a
in here.
beauty spot, is it, really?
No,
It's an
no,
animal
no.
graveyard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we've got a few goldfish here and all as well. The kids wanted to put them in the cemetery, but I think I talked them out with that one.
Well, we got one of my dad's dog. Martin put her in with my dad.
Yeah, well, we shouldn't say that, really,
no,
but
no,
yeah.
no, yeah.
No, but we've got one.
Have you got one in
Yeah,
there?
we've got a rabbit in when we gran.
You've got a
Yeah.
Labrador in
Well,
with my
loads of
dad.
people must
Yeah.
do that, you know. But what tickled me after we done it, I thought, can you imagine in years to come, a few hundred years, you'll think it was some form of ritual in Moston, won't they?
Yeah.
That they had the pets' heads buried with them or something like that. But they probably will round it. Well, half these fans probably will, won't they? You know what we're like. Boston branch, weirdos. Yeah, so that's
I
about
tell you
it.
what, though,
So
you
what's
know
the flat there in the background? That's Chain Bar, isn't it?
Yeah, it's...
Top of Charlestown Road.
What's it called, that?
So none of the places are far really, because that's going to take in some revenue as well, isn't it? Because a lot of people seem to think the Charlestown pub's far away, but that's it there.
No, it's
right next to that, isn't it? Which
it's
is
a
nothing.
10-minute walk,
Yeah.
that.
So they're all going to benefit, I think, aren't they? And they're all so different. That's the thing, I think, with the pubs. They are very different.
You know, there's something for everybody, isn't there? There's,
Do you think we should walk through and have a pop to the St Mary's Road end and
yeah.
just walk through there? There's a path. That's back through to, well, right the way through the bogland, isn't it?
That's the path.
Which is just a little path right the way through, and then it leads actually into past the little pond. That's a bit of a pit at the moment, but until they sort it out, and then it's to the there's Broaders Clough. It's on there, part of the Irk Valley. There you go.
Hey, I got it wrong.
There you
Don't
go.
forget, it's not even a Thursday. But
Oh, look at that. They didn't show you that when they were mowing that. It was a place for them. We can't walk our dogs. By the way, you're not supposed to be. Yeah, this was all. I mean, like I said, they're actually using it a bit now, but you know, this was basically how most of the fields at the back were. Weren't they? This is miles tiny as it was when we were kids. Like I say, you couldn't get through at the back there.
You've absolutely no chance now.
You still not go, because you used to be able to get right to the back of the election brothers
yeah,
on, didn't
you
you?
used to be able to right, you've no chance
Right.
you can get to the end of this time.
I'm hoping that with this coming here and the council and residents of Manchester not really wanting to be embarrassed, that the parks will actually be done up better.
Yeah.
So,
It's going to have a lot of...
aye, aye.
Right, John. Yeah, right, mate.
Yeah, right. Did you win?
Yeah, I am in myself. I was on my own.
All right, you just been for the practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you was.
Yeah.
I'm ready to stay in.
Right.
See you later, bud. Well,
Yeah.
he's actually, it's funny actually, how ironic we bumped into Phil. He's the one that's actually the brickie who's actually building the smoke room outside the lounge, the FC lounge.
God, I mean, that'd have been to just get that.
Well, yeah, he is. He's volunteered to do it for nothing. And the
Yeah.
BNS, I think they call supplies, he's giving us the bricks and anything else we need. And Phil's actually building it for us. And I think Tony's then going to render the front of it. But yeah, that's going to have to be done quick.
I know it's...
Well, these smokers like to have a little room where they can have them. So this is back out onto St Mary's Road, which this is Broadest Manor, and there's a famous person who lives on there.
Yes. Leslie.
There's Leslie,
Yeah.
and just down there is Mr. DeBott,
Yeah.
who's now
I thought,
the official photo on the FC Lounge website.
I thought Mr. Bullot was further up here.
No,
Oh, I got
facing
it.
the shop.
Oh.
And his brother lives round the Derek lives just round the corner as well. Stevie Day lives round there as well.
Yeah.
Well, this is Broadest Manor, yes, with Leslie, our very own Moston bag lady.
Should we go and find the car? Because we know the colour of a car. And get
Do
an
ya?
interview.
You could do. Ain't she's good and all.
Is she?
She's a good chatter. Yeah, she's
No.
Leslie, yeah. No, I don't know
Oh,
about
no.
that, Peter. I'm a happily married man. Not that I wouldn't.
Take it that's been edited.
No.
I
don't-
It was.
No, I don't do editing. No, because I get called for doing my editing. They're getting it, what's and all. So they know it's all truth. Takes too long editing. So this is basically, that used to be the laundrette, and some sensible persons after it's shut down has turned it into a nice little tobacconist and general news aid. So I think he might make a couple of bob when we say here.
If he doesn't, he's not a very good businessman, is he?
I noticed there's not many signs in the windows now. There's only about one or two. I think there's about 4 or 5 me and Shell counted when it was in the height of things. But
Been very,
you know,
very
well, this centre took it down, isn't it? So it must be them thinking that's it. Who knows? But here we go. That's because you'll see why we come up here and where we come back out again. Yeah, that was here. Oh, then that part in between,
Yeah,
Joseph.
yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Yeah, it was an old